If you want to have the ability to target something specifically within your document, you can achieve this typically by using something called a class selector. Now, for our purposes, what we want to be able to do is select a piece of text within this document and have it appear like someone highlighted it with a highlighter. And we can achieve this effect by using a class selector. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we can create a class selector using the CSS designer. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have the correct source selected. In this case, it's the style tag. Then you can come over to the selectors section and click the plus sign. Now, it may generate a descendant selector for you by default. You may have nothing but a blinking cursor. Whatever the case may be, you want to get rid of anything that's there, and then you want to name your selector. Now, we want to call this selector highlight, but it's a class selector, so we have to use the proper CSS syntax, which is putting a period in front of the selector name. So we're going to go ahead and type in .highlight, then you can press enter or return, and all we want to do inside the properties section is click this button here, which is the background, and we want to establish a background color. The background color, of course, will be yellow. Once you do that, you'll notice nothing changes within the document. Nothing changes within the document because we didn't apply this class to anything within the document. So how do you do that? Well, what you need to do is go ahead and select some text. I'm going to go ahead and select polarizing filter here in the first paragraph. Once you do that, there's a couple different ways that you can apply this class. You'll notice in the properties panel, right now I'm in the HTML section, you'll notice that there's a class drop-down menu. All of your classes will appear within this menu. And if you go ahead and select highlight, you'll notice if you click away from it, it's been highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and select a different piece of text. I'll just come over here and select forest. I want to show you that you can also apply multiple classes if you have them. We don't, but if you did, you would have the ability to do that. Additionally, you can come over to the CSS section here in the properties panel. Once you're inside the CSS section, you'll notice that we don't have any options here for class. But if you scroll down, you'll notice that the Apply Class section does in fact contain highlight. And if you select it, it will apply that class. You may have also noticed in this menu, you have the ability to remove the class. So if you no longer want that text to be highlighted, you can simply choose Remove Class. So a class selector gives you the ability to target an individual element within the document. In this case, because we're working with text, we have the ability to select some text and to apply a class to that selection.